The video you are about to watch is from an old woodworking magazine that I published during the years of 2003 to approximately 2006. This was a very unique magazine. It was purely video content and it was distributed on DVDs. The magazine ran for approximately 3.5 years, and then due to financial concerns, we simply had to terminate the magazine. We moved on to other things over the last roughly 15 years. However, there has been a request to resurrect this content, so I've gone through the trouble to get the equipment, the products, everything I needed in order to bring this content back to life to share with everyone. Here on this YouTube channel, we'll be putting up approximately 100 to 120 of the original stories that appeared in that magazine. The magazine was called Woodworking at Home Magazine, and it was truly one of a kind in the world. I really hope you enjoy these videos, and please tell your friends about them.
Welcome to A Turn for the Better. I'm Dick Singh. In this issue, we're going to take and turn a ball. A lot of times you have a scrap of wood laying around that you don't know what to do with. It's too small to make anything large and too pretty to throw away. This is one of the things that I do. Also, at times you do need to turn a ball and people have no concept of how to handle it. And I'll see if I can help you. We'll start out with a little block and we'll see what we can make one of these out of it. Okay, to mount this little piece of wood, I'm using a dead center in the headstock, which is a cone type center. They used to run in the old lathes, and I have a cone center in my live center. Okay, we will just take and mount it between centers here. Okay, the beauty of this is if you do make a mistake, all it does is stop. It is driven strictly by friction. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and round this off now. I'm using a 1/2-inch gouge. Okay, now I've got it round. I'm going to start shaping my ball. Notice where my cut starts. Not here. Make it start the cut, carry it around. Tool's starting to vibrate a little bit because I'm away from the tool rest. I'm going to form my ball strictly by eye. If you have a problem doing this, there's nothing that says you can't make a template to help you along here. Using a little bit of a shear cut to help straighten this up for me. Just kind of reducing my ends a little bit. I think we'll go with that. Now that we have made a ball, or a semblance of one, I'm going to have to take and be able to hold it between centers and turn off the ends. Okay, I'm using a scrap block. Just a piece of poplar. Okay, one of the tricks that I've learned over the years when I use scrap blocks is I number them between two jaws. And I always put them in that same position. And that way I can reuse them time and time again. What I'm going to do is reduce this down in size. That should do it. Our next step is going to be to take and make a cup to hold the ball. So I'm just taking my spindle gouge and going in and hollowing that out. Now I don't want it to match perfectly, but I do want it to come close, and I do want to break any sharp corners. Also, we want to touch that with a little sandpaper, as we don't want to mark our ball as we get close. All I'm worried about is the edges where it contacts right around the outside. I have a piece of wood here, scrap wood, that I'm going to put in my chuck. Now this is going to be to hold on the tailstock end. So I'm going to have to make a means to seat this. Okay, I'm going to hold the live center so it will not turn. And what I've done now is I've just burnt a good hole in there that will match my cup center. Just reducing my diameter down. Break the corner. They do get sharp. Take a parting tool, and I'm going to cut off. I have to turn this around and make a cup that's going to hold my ball. Okay, I've mounted it in the chuck. I'm going to take my gouge and just go in and make that pocket again. Again, I only want to contact around the outside diameter. That should do it. I have put the ball between the two holders. Now again, I'm holding it between centers. Make sure that you check to make sure that your ends do not contact the tool rest. Now, be careful when you cut these. They're just little pieces hanging out there, and the end grain, it could be end grain, it could be anything. So take your time in turning them off rather than being too aggressive. As you can see, I'm just cleaning it up. Okay, I'm running my finger on it, and I can feel that it's rough. I haven't cleaned up that end yet. In other words, my ball was not very round. Okay, we still have just a little more to go here. Okay, I'm not going to make it absolutely perfect yet because we have to change our position. Now I am going to loosen this and I'm going to rotate it. Now as you can see, I'm not all the way back to 90 degrees from where I was. I just changed it some just to get a different hold on the ball. As you could hear, I'm cutting what was being held before. I'll move my tool rest in a little bit and make it easier on me. Remember, you don't know where your grain is in this, so be gentle with it. Okay, now I'm going to reposition it again. Okay, you can see I've got a little bit out around here, but it's starting to come in now. Things are starting to smoothen out. You can hear it, I can feel it. Now we've got it turned around enough times that you got a pretty decent shaped ball. Now I'm going to proceed with sanding on it. Use the grit that is necessary for how good you have your piece. I'm starting with 240. Now remember, as we sand, we have to turn it around again. Okay, now I'm going to work my way through my grits. I'm now at a 320. Okay, now I'm working on 400. This is my finished grit at 600. What I like to do when I'm done is just plain hand sand it. I think that is the only way you can get all the concentric rings out. Okay, now we've got our ball all sanded out and ready to finish. What I'm going to use is straight deft. Straight out of the can. The worst thing about making these balls is finishing them. No matter how you do it, you're going to get finish on your hands. By the way, I failed to mention this earlier. This is sateen bloodwood. Just going to leave it soak for a minute or two. Take a paper towel. And wipe off the excess. To finish our ball, I'm going to buff it. I use a concentric sewn wheel with a little compound and a loose sewn wheel with wax. Little compound, just buff it out. When you're satisfied with your surface, move over to the loose wheel with wax. Okay, you give it a little, charge it with just a little wax. When you've finished waxing it, make sure that you don't have pickup, and there we are, our finished ball. Sooner or later, you're going to be using a lot more of those little pieces of scrap, different colors, different textures, and you're going to end up making a much nicer arrangement. You're going to have a bowl of balls. And I hope you've enjoyed this issue. This is Dick saying thank you.
I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching this video. if you truly enjoyed it, please help us share this information with the rest of the communities. Please hit the subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up, and be sure to tell your friends about this channel. Thanks again for watching.